contain only one, either male or female gametes. Bisexual flower means flowers contain both male and female gametes. So normally flowers, every flower will have 4 whorls. So those 4 whorls include the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx is the outer whorl of a flower. So this outer whorl will help in protecting internal organs, that is corolla, androecium and gynoecium. So let me show the calyx part. This is the calyx part which is in green in color, and this is the outer whorl of a flower. It is protecting all the internal parts which are lying inside. For example, petals are there, androecium and gynoecium are there. It is protecting the internal parts of the flower. This helps in protecting the internal parts. This is the calyx region of a flower. Next, coming to the corolla, this is the second whorl of a flower. It will be colorful. For example, if you see in this flower, it is red in color. So why these colors? You can find different colors in different flowers. So why this color means for attracting the insects, that is for the sake of pollination. And the third whorl of a flower is the androecium. This is the male portion of a flower, and it can also be called as a stamen. The sex cells which are present in this androecium are called as pollen grains. You can see the pollen grains which are in yellow color. Here in this hibiscus flower, you can find the yellow color pollen grains. Okay, they contain the 2 parts. It contains anther and filament. The yellow portion is called as anther, and which is lying on the anther is called as filament. So this is the male portion of a flower, and these are called as a pollen grains. And coming to the gynoecium, this is the female portion of a flower, and the sex cells which are present in the gynoecium are called as ovary. And this can also be called as a carpel. Carpel contains 3 regions, that is stigma, style and ovary. Stigma is meant for receiving the pollen grains, and style is for passing the pollen grains towards the ovary. In the ovary, the meeting of both male sex cells and female sex cells will happen in the ovary, and it leads to the formation of the cells, and female sex cells will happen in the ovary, and it leads to the formation of the zygote. These are the 4 whorls of a flower. One is the calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx is meant for the protection, corolla is meant for attraction, androecium will have the male sex cells, and gynoecium will have the female sex cells. This is a theoretical part. I will show you practical way of how to dissect a flower. This is the flower which is Hibiscus rosa sinensis. In this flower, I am going to show about the structure, all the whorls of a flower. So the portion which is lying outer, these are the calyx. These are called as sepals. You can see 5 sepals are there here. So these are the sepals of this hibiscus flower. This can also be called as a calyx. And these are the petals which includes corolla. This corolla includes the 5 petals, and this is the androecium which contains the pollen grains, and also this pollen grain contains 2 parts. One is anther and filament. And also you can find this is the female portion. You can find stigma here. This maroon color portion, which is dark maroon color portion appearing here. This is the stigma. Below the stigma, style is there, and style will continue towards the ovary. Let me dissect all these parts. First, I will remove the calyx part slowly. This is the calyx. This is the calyx. And this is the corolla. I am removing slowly the corolla also. So, this includes now male and female portion of the flower, hibiscus flower. This part which contains the anther and filament, these are the pollen grains. These are the male portion which contains the pollen grains, which includes anther and filament. Yellow color dots which are appearing are the anther. For easy clear visibility, I am putting this on the paper. These are called as the pollen grains. And I am removing total pollen grains here for showing the female portion. This is the female portion which contains, here I am showing only the stigma and style. This is the stigma. So this includes now male and female portion of the flower, hibiscus flower. This part which contains the anther and filament, these are the pollen grains. These are the male portion which contains the pollen grains, which includes anther and filament. Yellow color dots which are appearing are the anther. For easy clear visibility, I am putting this on the paper. These are called as the pollen grains. And I am removing total pollen grains here for showing the female portion. This is the female portion which contains, here I am showing only the stigma and style. This is the stigma and this is the style. Stigma will help in receiving the pollen grains, and this style will helping in passage of the pollen grains towards the ovary. Slowly now I am removing this part to show you the ovary. So this is the ovary, this is the pollen tube, this is the ovary which contains the ovules. This is the ovary. Inside this ovary, ovules will be present, and through this style only the passage of male gametes will happen, and in this ovary meeting of ovules and also pollen grains will happen for the formation of zygote that leads to fertilization, which results in the formation of zygote. This is about the structure of a flower, and let me show you the parts of this. I am keeping it on the paper and for easy visibility. So this is the calyx, which is green in color, and these are the corolla. This is the androecium, which contains the anther and filament, and this is the gynoecium, which contains stigma, style and ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules will be present. Thank you.